where you're getting 12 gorgeous eyeshadows. This is the Pro Palette. It is beautiful. 12 shades. You've got lusters, you've got mattes, you've got highlighting, you've got base shades in here. You've got even these gorgeous shade tones, kind of like these sages right in there. It's really pretty. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for this close-up. I love this. But look, guys, every single shade that works with every eye color, every skin tone, every hair color. This is the palette that you want to be working with when you are working on your eyes. We're also giving you the dual-ended liquid eyeliner. Wait till we show you how there are two different sizes in the tips on this dual-ended liquid eyeliner. And we're also giving you the mascara, and we're also giving you the dual-ended brush. It is a $109 value. Today, you're getting it home for less than 60 bucks. In fact, we've even broken it down on 3 monthly payments of $19.67. It's amazing. One shade works for everyone. This works for every single skin tone. And Mel, let's talk about it because I am in love with this Pro Palette.
I am obsessed. I cannot stop wearing this palette. I was already obsessed with our first Pro Palette, but this one, I might be even more obsessed. I can't decide.
Wait, is this the 2.0?
This is 2.0.
I thought this was the 2.0.
This is 2.0.
You know, if you go to Doll10's website right now, the 2.0 palette is
just launched.
It's just launched. It
Literally.
is right on the website, on the home screen. Here, you're getting it in our Beauty IQ Steel. And somebody just said in our chat, it's like a TSV. My gosh, our Beauty IQ Steel is better.
It is.
What's a TSV? You might be wondering. On our Big Sister channel, QVC, it's a today's special value. Here, you're getting our Beauty IQ Steel at a crazy price. $109 is the value. Today, you're getting it home for 3 payments of less than $20. So pick this up right now if you're watching and get this home. And let's talk about these formulas because these formulas are really what makes this so amazing, not just the colors.
Right. So our shadows are different because they start their life as a cream. So they're actually poured into the palette instead of pressed powders. So what that does is that it gives you the beautiful vibrancy and color and pigment payoff that a cream shadow would. So if you see here, I'll dip into this deep shade right here and show you that truly what you see is what you get. So they're beautiful and creamy and super, super pigmented, but they blend flawlessly just like a powder. So it's really easy to use. So these shades are brand new, all brand new shades. You get 7 mattes and 5 shimmers. Really, really pretty for summer, but this will take you all the way through fall and through winter.
Oh, this is all year.
All year.
Yeah,
no matter
totally.
what skin tone, these are gonna work for you. It's that beautiful on-trend peachy hue overall. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of a different look. If you're watching at 8 p.m., I'm gonna do something a little bit different. So what I like to do is I start with our beautiful double-ended brush here, synthetic bristles, and I use the wider end, which picks up a lot of pigment, and I'm gonna choose the shade that's closest to my skin tone for my base. So I'm using this shade right here called Picturesque. I'm just gonna pick up some pigment. And then I'm gonna use this shade all the way from my lash line to my brow bone to lay down a base that will help me blend all other shades.
Now you're using this as a base. Now this is also a matte shade, and there are several matte shades in here that kind of could resemble different skin tones. Like this one right over here is a great base shade. It's very, very porcelain. It's very, very light. This next one kind of looks more like my skin tone. So, you know, kind of more of like a pinky peachy shade. This is the one that Mel is using. I can also see somebody using this as a base shade or even this as a base shade. So
we give you tons of options.
Yeah, lots of options. This is also a matte, that's a matte, and that's a matte. And of course, these are all named on the back of this. And then all of the different shimmers. But let's take a look. So Mel is applying this shade, which is called Picturesque. And that Picturesque shade, look at how it matches.
Really well.
Yeah, it matches like your foundation shade.
So all this is doing, it's neutralizing my lid. I didn't use a primer. I'm using this to neutralize any discoloration and really create that beautiful, flawless canvas for all my other shades to then blend on top of. So you want to use a matte shade always for your base shade. You almost don't even want to see it. So I'm all blended out there, both eyes, from lash line to brow bone. And I'm gonna do just a few colors this time. I had a question on the last show on the chat about how many shades do I typically use. So you can do 2, you can do 4, you can do whatever you want.
You could do 1.
You could do 1. You
Yeah.
could do 1. So I'm gonna do a little bit less this time. So I just used this shade right here for my base. And I'm actually gonna jump to this green shade because I've been dying to use it.
Thank you,
I'm so
baby
excited.
Jesus, for saying that you're gonna use this.
I'm really excited.
No,
I'm
I
really
mean, like,
excited.
I am in love with this green shade.
It's called Enchanting. I love it.
It is enchanting. This is so beautiful. Guys, look at this. First of all, in the pan, it's gorgeous, but I just want you to see that when you apply this, I'm gonna just apply this right over here on my wrist so you can see. Look at this beautiful, beautiful shade, guys, and you
Such a
can
wearable
build this
green.
up. Look at how gorgeous that shade is, and it's this wonderful kind of sage shade, and it has these kind of, I want to say like bronze undertones, these bronze metallic undertones to it. So let's see it on Mel's eye because
So
it's
pretty
so
for summer.
pretty.
So since we're doing a dewy, glowy look, I wanted to do one of the shimmers all over my lid, which I don't always do, but this is just the most wearable green shade. Sage is really a great way to describe it. So when you're doing a darker shade on your all over the lid, you want to keep the majority of the color down towards the lash line. And then I'm going to use the blending side of the brush to kind of diffuse the color up into my crease there. Because I don't want this deep shade going all the way up. I want it to kind of diffuse out so it's not too intense. And this could be a daytime look. You don't have to be afraid. If I didn't wear any liner, this could be a really pretty, really quick daytime look. Just popped a little of this beautiful shimmer. You don't only have to wear shimmers at night when you're going out. And I'm getting virtually 0 fallout. So I'm using a deeper shade and there's literally nothing on my cheek.
I just love the pigment of this, but I also love the fact that even though this is a powder, it still feels just smooth. I don't want to say creamy, but it just feels really, really smooth on the skin.
Yeah, you can tell that it started its life as a cream. It's still gonna blend like a powder, but you're right, it almost feels like that beautiful creamy powder, and you get no fallout. And it is water and oil resistant, so if you have oily eyelids, don't worry, we've got you covered. This will not budge all day long. It will stay put. It will not disappear. And we also use amino acid coated pigments, and what that does is that prolongs your wear. So the color you see when you apply it will be the color all day long, so it won't go anywhere.
So Mel, when you're talking about blending, right, and blendability, I know that, there might be some newbies out there watching, newbies to the world of beauty IQ, newbies to the world of makeup, people who really want us to take them step by step through, what this is going to, how am I gonna blend this, right? Can you describe like the amount of pressure you need to apply when blending? Because I remember the very first time I took a brush and I started blending in there, I was like practically poking an eye out,
Oh
right?
my gosh, no.
So how much pressure do I need to apply in here?
So I would use a different level of pressure for each end.
Okay.
So we create the perfect tool so you don't have to think too much about how hard you're pressing. But the wider, flatter end
Okay,
there
that's the outside,
is better for like almost pressing pigment into your lid.
Like laying it on the
yes,
lid.
like laying it down. So I do like a press and sweep, press and sweep.
Okay, and then the fluffier side?
The fluffier side's more for buffing and blending. So that you could have a little bit of a lighter hand with that, go back and forth, and almost like push the product where you see that it needs to go. So that's really between the two, you're gonna get that flawless application. And also, if you're always going, applying your shades from lightest to darkest, that will always help you.
Now,
if you try to go in with a dark shade first, you might have trouble with any shadow.
Now, Jessica in our chat is asking, do I need to use an eye primer when I use any of the shades in the eyeshadow palette?
No, you do not. And I'll tell you why. Because I actually used our concealer to really neutralize. I have a lot of veins on my eyelids. I used the concealer first on my lids, and then when I used that base shade, the one that was closest to my skin tone, that really mattified my lid and got rid of any leftover discoloration and prepped my lid for all the other shades. And with those amino acid coated pigments, your shadow will last all day. So you don't need that primer to keep the shadow and the color on and that vibrancy all day long.
Now,
we already infused it in there for you.
In between using these shades, are you cleaning off the brush? What are you doing with regards to color.
So since I go lightest to darkest,
oh, okay.
you don't need to do that because I'm just building up the color on my lid and it's building up on my brush. If I wanted to go back with a lighter shade, I just like to dust it off on a towel a little bit here. Dust it off. You don't need to use a makeup remover or a brush cleaner. Just dust it and it comes really clean since these are synthetic bristles. Just dusting it off gets it really nice and clean so then you can go in with a lighter shade if you wanted to add something else.
So I'm actually just playing with some of these colors on the back of my hand and applying them so that you guys can see at home what they look like when you really kind of amp them up. And I'm just actually using some of the lusters, like some of the more shimmery tones, so that you guys can see them. So wait till you see this.
Can't wait to see.
These are really, really pretty. They're so, so pretty. So right over here, what I did on the back of my hand is I actually took all of the lustery, shimmery shades and I put them on the back of my hand so that you could see, okay? Now these are the 6 that are going to be shiny and, you know, kind of like a little bit more glamorous. Maybe these are the ones that you're building a nighttime look in, but you know what? All of these shades, including that sage shade that Mel is using, you could actually use these during the day as well if you aren't using like a really heavy liner. But I just want to show you, this is the palette that you're getting here in our Beauty IQ Steel, okay? This palette is the Pro Palette 2.0. If you go to doll10.com right now, you will see this palette right on the homepage. It just launched there, and it's our Beauty IQ Steel. And there you would pay $39 just for the palette. Well, today, for just $59, we're giving you the brush to go along with it. We're giving you the Effortlash Mascara, which is gonna give you dramatic, gorgeous, full, long, jet black pigment lashes. And we're giving you the dual-ended liquid eyeliner, which we will show you makes lining your eyes and making a cat eye as easy as, I don't know, eating a piece of pie. That's how easy it is. All 4 of these pieces is a $109 value that today you're getting home for just 3 payments of less than a $20 bill. But it's only for the next 24 hours. That's one of the things with our Beauty IQ Steals. If you're brand new to watching us, that is the thing that we do every day when we go live here at 8 p.m. We bring you a brand new Beauty IQ Steal, but it means that the one from the day before is finito, it's over. So you gotta pick it up while it's hot and while supplies last. So I'm dying to see where Mel is with her look right now because she always builds us a gorgeous look. This is gorgeous. Okay, so you used the green, which is called Irresistible. And then what did you put on after that? Did you use? So
I actually just bumped up my crease a tiny bit with the color right next to it. This is a really nice taupey shade.
Stunner.
They blend nice together, yeah. So I just bumped up my crease a little tiny bit. You can see those 2 colors, they're different, but they just blend really well together.
So we just had a whole bunch of surprisey faces go across our screen in the chat. Everybody's like wowing.
I love this green, I'm obsessed. It's my new favorite. It's gonna be, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow.
Is that a new shade? Is that a new color?
These are all brand new shades.
Every one of these is brand new.
You've never seen any of these shades before from us. Yes, they're all brand new. So you get 7 mattes, 5 shimmers.
So guys, all of these are brand new to the Doll 10 collection. If you think you have the palette, you don't, because it's brand new to us here at Beauty IQ as well, and it's brand new to Doll 10's website as well. So pick it up here right now, and I just love the mirrors on these. Wow, they're huge, right? Like I can see my whole face. It's like I got the whole world in my hand. With that palette, exactly, with that palette. All right, so let's talk about some of the other pieces in here, okay? Are you gonna line or do your mascara? You're gonna do your liner.
I'm gonna line.
All right, so let's do the liner. I just wanna show everyone this liner. This is the To The Point liquid eyeliner, and this actually has 2 different sizes in the points, right? So on this side, what you're seeing right over here is a little bit of a kind of a chubbier point. And then on this side, you see how it's a thinner, kind of more precise point in the liquid eyeliner? Now, Mel, tell us why we would use one versus the other.
So one is actually a tiny, tiny, tiny little brush. So we've written on the component here, it says line and define. So the line side is this tiny little brush. It's super, super flexible, but always stays really precise at the tip. So what that does is that it effortlessly just glides across that lid and falls in between every